And we have a lot of events in December, but this one we are going to talk about a special event is rare, right? This is not your music party nor your food party. This is motorsports event, yes, and we'll be throwing more light with it. We have someone in the studio with us who'll be throwing more light on the events, yes, launch 2022, launch cycle 2022. We have in the studio with us Kobby, Spiky in Nkrumah. He's an executive with the BMW Club Ghana. You're welcome to our studios.
Yeah, you're welcome. Usually we'll be asking about tech issues, but the car too. Today we are talking about cars.
Right.
Good to have you.
Cars.
Yeah.
Good to have you. All right. But then before we go ahead, I would like to first of all know what is BMW Club Ghana. What's brought about that, and then what is your main objective to setting up that club?
All right. So the BMW Club Ghana, as the name suggests, is a club for BMW lovers and owners. So it's not only limited to people who own BMWs, but anyone who loves BMWs and you want to be a part of a group of people who also love BMWs, yes. So we've come together as a club in Ghana. It's spread across the world. You have BMW clubs in Nigeria, in the United States, in different states in Europe. So you do need to even get permission from BMW in Germany to set up a club, and you need to follow certain stringent rules. Okay. And we came together because we have a common goal, a common passion, which is driving, which is the cars. And just like people support certain football teams, we support.
Right, because I know people who also like hard die of Mercedes-Benz, like in it. If it's any other car, no, forget about it. It's just that. So it's good to have this as well. Now, tell us about Launch Control 2022.
So Launch Control is a flagship event by the BMW Club Ghana, and we've been doing it since 2019. And boys love cars.
Yes, and some girls.
And some
Yes.
girls. As we grow up, there's a saying that boys never grow up. It's just our toys that get bigger.
Well,
It's our cars. Our toy cars are now big cars. And we watch movies, we play games, we see all this racing stuff, and we want to experience it ourselves. And we know how very dangerous it is to race on public streets. You could either run into someone, or you could knock somebody down, or you could lose control and then, kill yourself. So we decided to come up with a program where we would find a road or a street that is dedicated to this. So in our first edition, as you could see from the videos, we blocked the road from the trade fair from one end to the other.
okay.
Yeah. So both lanes were for different racers, and you'd race. So you come, our race marshals would check you, the racer, to be sure that you're in the right state of mind to race, check your cars, your tires, everything. Then you are let on the streets to go. So, people will spend money and buy fast cars, but they don't get opportunity to
drive that.
Show it.
Yeah. Show it off. You can go and park it somewhere.
Go and park it somewhere at the event,
Yeah, for people to know that, that sound.
So, we did this, and people got to see how powerful their cars were, do all the stunts they always wanted to do. And guess what? We found a dedicated racetrack somewhere in Afienya. It's actually not a racetrack, it's an airstrip. So if you see what they do in the Western world, they find these airstrips. It's a long road, so you can speed, get to the quarter mile, and see how fast your car is. So we've done that from 2020, 2021, and this year we're going to repeat it again in Afienya on that airstrip.
So any car can come, like it's not just for BMWs.
No, any car can come.
Okay.
But
if you get there and your alignment and things are not good.
you won't let you race.
Okay.
I mean, if your car is not in the right state, imagine if you lose control and crash into somebody's expensive car.
So your car needs to be very strong.
Exactly.
So which means you are going to do all the checks before you start the
We have
routine and
mechanics, we have specialist experts who are going to check everything from your tire pressure, your tire temperature, even a driver. We need to check you to make sure that you're not under any influence before you come and sit behind the wheel, and when they say go, you're going reverse.
You're going reverse.
So with your other two, this is your third edition, right?
Yes.
Okay, so your previous editions, tell us exactly what happened during those two editions.
So in the first edition, we had various people come race with different cars, and the highlight of the show was the Lamborghini versus the BMW M5 from Ash Motors. It was very surprising. People were thinking, this is a no-brainer, the Lamborghini will win. So the first race, the Lamborghini won, and then the second race, the BMW won. And it sparked a whole lot of controversy.
Which type of BMW?
So it's an M5 F10 4.4 liter V8, but it has been tuned by the owner.
Okay.
So it's pushing a lot of power.
Yeah.
So when you see that car,
When you
think,
say tuned,
It's been worked on.
yeah, it's
Yes.
been upgraded.
upgraded, good.
Put more.
Certain things in
Yes.
it.
And the way we watch,
The hydros
watch
and
the
the
movies
you
and
know
they
what
do
I'm
those
talking
things.
about.
But so which means
Pimp
that
my
let's say
ride.
someone has a Toyota, can you also be upgraded to that stage?
Yes.
Every
Have you
car.
forgotten Pimp My
You
Ride?
can, but
Right.
you see the way the BMWs are upgraded.
It's
with the
already like
hydros
that.
and-
Right, so
Yeah.
even if you
Charlie-
build a Toyota like that, you might not get to that point of a BMW.
Well, some Toyotas, we'll talk about like the Supra.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can put in a big turbo.
Okay.
And it would move very fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So every car is tunable depending on your pocket.
Yes.
You know, somebody can buy a car, take out the whole engine, put in a new engine. We have engines out there that can fit in almost every car for you to tune, like the 2JZs, the N54 engines. You put them in there, slap on a turbo. You can tune the response of the engine, everything. Do everything, make the car very powerful. Next thing you know, you step on it and you're already 100, 200, you're done.
And do we have specialists in Ghana who
Oh,
can
yes,
actually
we
do
do.
these things to your car?
Yeah, so the specialist, one of our sponsors, Ash Motors, is actually a tuner. One of our star racers this year, who F9019, you'll probably be hearing about the F90 team, F90. The owner of that car is also a tuner.
Okay.
Auto Checker is also a tuner. When it comes to BMW Club, once
The
you join
club, you find someone.
Find
Yeah.
somebody who can
You
do
find a
something.
tuner.
There's something that I'm telling my boys in advance that we have to be there because we're even closer to Afienya.
Yeah.
So I'll just be there. But how's the response been? For the first time, was like were people skeptical because we see these things in movies.
Yes.
You watch Fast and Furious and Vin Diesel will be doing something like that, and now you want to work it out. Was it difficult putting the first one together and subsequently the other ones?
Yeah, so the first one was difficult because of where we wanted to hold it.
Okay.
You know, it's a major road. And
Yeah,
asking
the
to
Teshi
block that
road,
road
yeah.
from one end to another, it required a lot of influence and a lot of, letters going around
Yeah.
asking for permission. But because we're building something in Ghana which has never before been seen, which is like the motorsports culture, elsewhere you go then it's existence. There are tracks, there are roads dedicated to these things. But we want to build our culture so a lot more people would invest into it and it could be a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
So think about it, people
Yeah.
would travel from across the world to come and witness what we're doing here. Because we only see them in movies, we
Yeah.
only see them on YouTube. But now we have it here. We've done it 3 years in a row. Subsequently, last year and the year before that, when we moved to Afienya, we saw the crowds grow in number.
Okay.
And even the interest, more cars registering. This year, like, we even have Twitter spaces. We have a Twitter space today.
Okay.
The last Twitter space we had over 300 people. We've got lots of cars registered. Initially, we were just registering about 25 cars. Now, the number has superseded that. A lot more people. We're even going to have a car show for those who are not going to race but want to show off their
Show off
cars.
their cars.
So there's a McLaren, there's a Porsche, there's Ferraris, Lamborghinis.
Already,
They're all going to be parked there for you to come and witness. Some of these cars
to motivate you to get money and
to push you to make
push you
that
to-
money.
yeah.
To inspire you. Because some of us, this is what inspired us to work hard to achieve something because we want to own cars like these.
Yeah.
We've seen them in the movies, but I also want to drive a Lamborghini someday.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though I'm a BMW guy at heart, but yeah.
So in terms of people who come to witness it, is it only the millennials, the Gen Zs, or do you have the older folks? Because these
actually have
ones,
older folks.
in Ghana, one man who really has luxurious cars is Mr. Osekwame Despite. He has this fleet of amazing. His age group, do they also show interest? Do they also come out to support?
Very, very, very interesting. One of the cars that is actually the star of the race for the next episode is from a very prominent person. And we've spoken to Ibrahim Mahama, we've spoken to Kwame Despite. They're all very interested because, they love cars.
Yes.
And it's something
And
they
they
also
have
want to be a
amazing
part
cars.
of. Yes, very, very amazing cars. We might be surprised, we won't be surprised, but you may be surprised to see some of those cars there on the day. So you've seen them on the internet. If you want to see them in person, come.
So you have individuals who also have to just walk in to watch. Probably you're not driving, they don't have any bands, but then just come to see a show.
Yes,
They
and we're
go watch.
giving certain people the opportunity to experience some of these cars. So we have what we call the M Taxi. So BMW's performance division M. That's the M Performance. So any BMW, they have the M version, which is like the highest performing version of that. We are going to do like a sort of a taxi service for lucky winners. We're going to do a ballot, and those winners get to experience some of these very, very exquisite and very, very fast cars on the track. So you'll be taken from one end to the other full speed.
So it's not as if
I've registered.
they are going to dash their car to them or anything, but they are only going to experience it.
So how does one get
Dash
to
the car.
It's a big deal.
Yes, but
Right?
how
It's a
does
big
one
deal.
get to be part of that?
So
to get to be
yeah, you just have to
cars.
record a video. Tell us how much you would love to experience the car and how much you love cars, and tag the BMW Club Ghana in it. And yeah,
Okay.
Hi, BMW Club. My name is Discipline the Star Boy.
All right, so motorcycles, would they also be racing? Would they also be showing the
yes,
articles
we'll have
about it?
motorcycles there on the day as well.
Okay.
There's also like very powerful motorcycles as well. The
Right.
BMW S1000RR is going to be racing the Yamaha R1M. So if you're a fan of motorcycles, you want to see that race. We have SUVs. So it's not only sports cars. There are SUVs that are very fast. The Range Rover SVR, the BMW X5M, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S, the BMW X6M, AMG GLE 63, S, they're all coming to race. So it's not limited. Even the small cars. Some Toyota versus Honda, some Infiniti versus Lexus. It's all gonna happen.
So those ones are probably going to race
classify
among
them as
themselves,
small
not
cars.
with the BMWs, right?
The thing is, somebody may feel confident enough. I remember in our first episode, there's a gentleman with a Tundra, and he was very confident that he could race a Range Rover SVR.
Okay.
And I mean, why not? You have the cojones who allow
We'll
you.
just give you the short.
The gap was between here and
Oh, wow.
and also put your money where your mouth is. If you want to race someone, register, call the person out, and we'll allow you.
But let's talk about safety.
Yes.
How secure is the place? The past event, did you record any casualties?
No. So luckily, we've never ever experienced any casualties or any incidences because we take safety very serious. And because of that, even this year, we're changing the whole arrangement because in previous events, we had the crowd at the starting line. Then the cars go. But we noticed that it was difficult controlling people when the cars take off. They want to see everybody crowding in. So this time, we're bringing a big screen. And we're moving the crowd towards the finish line. Okay. So you stand there. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to see the car that's going to cross the finish line first, and not who took off first.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll gather everyone at the finish line. There's a screen for you to see what started at the beginning and all the way to the end. And we have barricades pushing them about 10 feet from the tarmac itself. And we're also employing about 40 security personnel on the day to basically control the crowd over there. Because it's one thing watching a fast car take off, and it's another thing if it loses control and goes into the crowd. It'll be bad for us, and it'll be bad for the person who owns the car and all that stuff. So we're taking safety and security very, very serious.
I think it's whet our appetite already. So when is it happening?
So it's happening on the 26th of December. That's Boxing Day, Monday.
Wow. Monday.
So
It's a holiday.
there's going to be a convoy from JP filling station at Spintex. So we gather there and we're all going to drive in a convoy, a police convoy, all the way to Afinia.
I'll stand at Afariwa Junction.
Probably
I'll wait for you
Which
at
is why
Afariwa.
we have our police escort.
I'll wait for you at Afariwa when you get there.
Oh, come. You should come and join us.
Yes,
Come.
I would come. I would come.
But then after years of, doing this, will you say that whatever your objectives were before you started, has it been achieved so far?
It is being achieved. Like from subsequent years, you notice that even the cars, the type of cars that are coming into the system now have improved.
Right.
Before, people didn't really, and people are learning more about cars, So before you'd see that, somebody's holding like a basic Benz or BMW and then they claim the car is very fast.
Yeah.
But now people are actually investing in the top of the line cars because, they know that people know these cars now and they want to show their peers who's boss. Okay. So I think we're making headway. If there's a Porsche coming to race, the Lamborghini is coming to race, cars are released now, and a few days later I see them in Ghana. Yeah, the car culture is growing.
Okay. So before you go, have people already registered, or if somebody is interested, would they just walk on the day and then?
No, so if you want to register, you have to send a message to race. You have to send a message to our president. His phone number, you can just go to our BMW Club Ghana and then request. Okay. My phone number is 0244-547-023. I hope I got it right.
Yeah, you can repeat it again. Right.
So it's 0244-547-023.
Okay.
Yes.
But on social media, BMW Club
Ghana.
Okay.
Is that what's the
BMW_Club_Ghana.
No, I mean, is there any payments here for registration?
You don't have to pay.
Oh, no payment for registration.
to come race, come witness, it's all free.
Oh,
Okay.
Thanks to our sponsors who've made it possible, if I can mention them.
that's really
Sure.
cool.
So yeah,
I can see the twinkle in Nessie's eye.
Right.
to come. Well, if you register and you come and your car does not qualify, I won't let you race, unfortunately.
So that's the thing.
Yeah. So I mean, it has to be a free event because the young people would like to come and experience these things.
Yeah.
And lucky for us, we got some very willing sponsors who sponsored us. JP Petroleum. The reason why they are actually the best sponsor is because they have the highest octane rated fuel in Ghana right now, around 97. It's the best. So all the race cars coming are going to be running on very, very premium fuel.
Okay.
Because you know, if your fuel is not good, your car will not move as fast as it should. So you need good fuel. Pergola Creations, Vanguard Assurance, Ash Motors, Aquaba Foundation, and so many other
A lot of them.
Yeah.
That is why it is free.
It's
A lot of sponsors.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kobby, Spiky, and Nkrumah, thank you very much
Thank
for
you for
coming through.
having me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
sure.
yeah.
More and
Monday.
brothers cars and come. No
Like,
worry.
like, like I talk.
Oh,
I
that's
they are fine. So, me, I'm closer than all of them. So I'll be there.